Alright guys, I'm gonna show you something that I did tonight that was just fucking splendiferous. You should know me, I am Suburbia Jonesy, whatever the hell I am today, but basically I was running zerg off of a random, and obviously we're the red team and they're the blue team. They had Terran, Protoss, Terran, so that's not bad. And these two actually were talking, but this shit was pretty freaking great. So obviously you got to start off with start getting your drones right to the line. He was doing the same thing, kind of. He was doing with his SCVs, but what he was going to do was he's going to build up here. He's going to build a couple of barracks and everything like that. And me, I'm an asshole and I traditionally do overpool just because, I don't know, I feel like I get units a lot faster that way, but it's traditionally not what you're supposed to do. We were going to be Russian, so let's see here. See, I got my drones, everything done, and canceled those two Vespine geysers and extractors, put them back to the line, and I started my Overlord pretty fucking late, but see, here he goes to try to, he was going to wall off. I don't know what he was going to do. And I guess they were wanting to hit him first. So this part's pretty boring. I already got my spawning pool down. However, my teammate down here has got his way ahead of mine, but that's okay because I'm going to be pumping out a lot more units than him. So, and just what you want to do, and you want to keep inside your head, you want to try to keep it as fast as you can and everything like that, and try to micromanage as much as you can, but, so basically I'm just going to fast forward a little bit more because I'm fucking lazy and I really hate talking a lot. So, see, there's his barracks and everything like that, and still pumping to the line. I actually ran into a bit of a snag. I don't know why it's not doing anything at all. Froze up. There it goes. Ran into a bit of a snag, and I had to build an Overlord as fast as I could, and then I could start making my queen and everything like that, so she can start laying down that stuff. Fucking, this guy was our main problem right here. Shazam Shadow. It was pretty badass because he just brilliantly just started laying all these gateways. I don't know where he got the money to do it, but he just started laying a huge wall of gateways and pylons. It was actually really tough, and when it came to him, we actually met our match, but already making a bunch of zergling units, and mine are right here. Actually, let me see if I can turn on colors. I don't know if I can, but whatever. But here's a stroke of my genius. I went and laid down a hatchery and tried to steal some out of this. And this is when we kind of actually first went in, so it wasn't that bad. He's got speedlings up, which was really lucky. I didn't notice that until, shit, we were right about here. I noticed that he had speedlings, but mine's almost done, but so this is basically where it gets interesting. He's gonna blow up the right here. There's going to be a supply depot, and he's gonna blow that up. This guy's gonna rush up here, but my instincts is gonna be rushed to the Protoss players stuff, and you didn't see it, but this is how much gateways this guy just cheesed off, and right now he's actually got his cybernetics core doing that warp gate research. So I tried to destroy that, but I was too late. Decided I was going to try to go hit his minerals maybe, and then I tried to start destroying any of his pylons as I could, and that didn't work because he just popped out a whole shitload of zealots, and zealots are pretty damn strong 1v1, so there was nothing I could do, and I ran back over here to go try to help this guy, and that didn't work very well. He got his zealots down, and we only had a couple of freaking stalkers and lings up, but that's whatever. I go back to my base, and I decided to try to build a roach warren for some reason. And I thought that was going to help, and started speeding up a little bit more and trying to get this base up here going, and that actually is what helped me out a lot. And then they found out that he had barracks right here. I tried to run some more units in, and so did this guy, but didn't work very well. By that time that we tried to go in a second time into his base, this guy had already walled off all of his workers, and he was pouring a shit ton of workers onto his line, so there was nothing we can do, and they had nothing but friggin' zealots. And at this point, they were like, yeah, you should kite him back to us, and I was like, alright, so I'll try to just run him around, and that didn't work very well. He had him set over here. So what I was going to do is try to freaking circle him around and let the stalkers pick at him for a little bit, but so I go back into this guy's base and try to open up a pylon area so I can try to get back into his resource line. But he drops a fucking sentry, and he puts up the force field like right away, so I couldn't do anything, so I backed off. Because right then and there, he started bringing in zealots and more sentries, so I was like, screw this. So I went around, and these guys are still slugging it down here out with the Protoss and the other Terran from this base. And I'm sitting here I'm still trying to peck as much as I can, and I couldn't do anything. And this is when it started to realize that this guy's base was going to be a huge problem, and I couldn't do anything about it. So, being a prick player that I am, I decided that I was going to build a baneling nest. Well, banelings are these awesome little green dudes. And basically, you evolve them off of the zerglings, and they turn into these little gross things that explode when they hit something. So I let my zerglings all die. I'm like, whatever, I need fresh ones anyway. Regroup, green's dead. Since blue, like I told you, figured out everything, he decided to go ahead, and they teamed up and went ahead and hit there. So you got scanned, there was nothing they could do. I'm sitting here trying to get all my banelings up as fast as I humanly can. Tried to get the speed boost going, tried to get the burrow going, and I was just trying my hardest, and I couldn't do anything. So I had to let his base get stomped in real fast and let these guys just do their stroke of genius. And by this point, we're still trying to get this guy. And I don't know why we were trying to get him so bad, but here's the fun part. I got these banelings going, and research is about done. This is when I told them, I think it's right about now, I told them, I'm like, you guys lead them in, I'm going to burrow, and we'll just go ahead and destroy them as fast as we can. Let's see, where did I say that? I know I said it. Alright, so I got all these banelings going. And these guys are just massing up because they know that we're hurting on units right now. This was purely freaking genius. Okay, here we go. Brought the Banes down. Now, I'm going to let this go in real time. They massed up a shit ton of units. Me, I figured they were coming right then and there. Burrow. Dump, 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 dump. And then I decided to go ahead, wait for them all to get up there, and then pop up. Boom. It was done. Everybody quit right about now. They just quit. It was so great. They couldn't do anything because by then Bear had his units up. They had units going down there. There was nothing they could have done, and that was called the cheese of banelings. That was the most beautiful thing I've ever done. You guys, hopefully you should enjoy this. You should have heard the people on mics. They were screaming. They're like, oh, that's so fucking hilarious. Oh. But yep, that's me cheesing like I do on StarCraft. So hopefully you kind of enjoyed it. I kind of did.